up guys, welcome to another episode of DailyGray. I am back in this van where I seem to be spending an obscene amount of time travelling around the country. We are heading to Wrexham in Wales. A couple of days training there, staying over tonight. So training all day today. It's currently super early in the morning. It's 7:46 a.m. 7:46 a.m. Been on the road for about an hour. Yeah, we're going to Wrexham to train today to start trial prep. So we're starting trial prep. What day is it today? Tuesday. 10 days before we compete, which isn't ideal. Khaleesi will be fine. Flak's never had any trial prep, so we're gonna start laying them foundations today whilst trying to keep his grip good as well, which is a balancing act for the decoy. Decoy you've not seen today called Rich Barnes, the dog trainer UK. If I remember, which is very unlikely, I'll put his link in the description below. If I don't remember, the dog trainer UK on Facebook. I'm sure he has a website as well. He's a cool guy, known him for a while. I am immensely tired. I have a massive coffee. Finished writing the paper yesterday about physiotherapy, canine injuries, rehabilitation, treatments. That goes into palpation methods and cupping methods and the process of healing, 4 steps of healing, what is pain, hormone release, all that jazz. Slightly more on the medical side, more medically than I'll ever be. But hey, we've got to cover these bases. So, what's happening now? What is happening now? I've got about 2.5 hours left, maybe more, 3 hours left. So I'm just gonna get some music on, sit back and relax, and I'll try and get as much footage as I can for this vlog. What it will be ultimately, I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see, won't we? Hopefully, what I'm hoping you see today in this vlog is that Flak's progression. That's going to be my key takeout point, providing everything goes as I expect it to go. From the first time you see him work in a trial environment to the last time you see him work in a trial environment, look at the change in the dog. Obviously, this is getting filmed long before the sessions that you're about to see have even started, so just predicting really. Could go really well, could be brilliant from the beginning, could be fucking horrendous from the beginning, could stay horrendous. It's dog training. Ultimately, you don't know until you land on the day. So I'm going to get on with this drive.
Try driving again, take her off. Take her off there, fucking hell. Okay, when you're ready. Hey! Yes! Hey! lift you? Good boy. Good boy. Tell you what, fucking take him out. Go again. Good boy. No.
Like loss. Loss. Yes, good boy.
Get this standing, good.
Good.
Good boy. Fast. Good lad. Fast. Take him off. First. Take him off. Good boy.
Nicholas! This is the way to go. Good boy, Flak. Good lad. Fast. Yes. Good boy.
Good.
Fast. Yes. Good.
Take him off again.
Good boy. Yes. Flak loss. Loss.
Take him back. This time I'm going to show you. Get your line. Get your line.
Go on.
Get the line.
Good boy. Good boy. Take off.
Head up.
Good boy.
Good. Good boy.
Take him up.
Good boy. Like loss.
Watch your hand up.
Good boy.
Give me a second.
Not me. No.
I'll give you one. We'll
We'll just do one more with him.
Yeah. That's enough. Yeah.
You feeling this?
Ready? Good boy, Flak. Good boy. Yes, good lad. Good lad. Fast. Good boy. Good lad. Yeah. Fast. Yes, good boy. Fast. Fast. Yes. Fast.
Take it off.
Good boy. Oh, yeah. Good boy.
Okay.
Off. Flak. Loss.
Try and finger it. Yeah.
Good girl. Good girl. Get it. Good girl. Voila. Good girl.
Oh.
Good girl. Good girl. Voila.
Okay, mate.
Yeah.
Take it up and go again.
Good girl. Voila. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Yes. Good lad. Fast, fast, fast. Yes. Good girl. Voila. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Yes. Good. Fast.
I'll do a pull Ludwig. Oh man.
Get your dog off.
Good.
True.
She's tight. She's very scared to drive in a bit. Go. That's it. Take it off. Oh! Whoa.
I think so.
Yeah, nice. We need to discuss these, right? I'll have a joint later. I'll have a joint.
What's going on here?
I'll put yeah.
So I'm letting him go on now, yeah?
I'll catch him.
Good boy. Lovely target.
Alright, calm it down a bit. Good lad.
Tension, no tension.
No tension, up for me.
Good boy.
Good boy. He's heavy as fuck. Oh,
Yes,
take me
good
in there,
boy.
lad.
Yes, good boy, Flak.
Give that a bit of tension on there now.
Good boy, Flaky. Fast. Fast.
Oh,
Good lad. Fast. Good boy. Fast. Yes. Good boy. He needs to work out he's not getting corrected, doesn't he?
yeah, just get to the left of him, bud.
Good boy.
That's it.
Good boy.
That's it.
Fast. 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 Fast.
Yeah.
Fast. 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 See it now, get it.
It's when I'm going over, you see?
Yeah. Fast. Yeah. Fast. Yes, good girl. Good.
Good.
This is interesting, really interesting.
Alright.
Fast. 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 Oh.
She's got this little way. You sure that feet been touched?
I don't generally see a lot. You like this?
Stay behind her. Stay behind her.
Here.
Good, good.
Fast. Good.
Good.
Good girl. That's good. Good girl. Fast. Fast. Good girl. Fast. Good.
Step aside.
Fast. Good girl. Fast. Fast. Good girl. Fast. Fast. Good. Fast. Yes, good. Fast. Ah, good.
Yeah.
Fast. Fast. Good girl.
Okay.
Good girl.
Come on, tap me up, mate.
Fast.
Pick me up.
Fast. 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 Good girl. Fast. Takes a lot of the strength from me, doesn't it?
Behind there again.
Behind her.
Go behind her.
Good girl. Fast. Fast. Fast.
Yeah.
Yes, good.
Come on.
Yeah. Good girl. Good. Yes, good. Picture now, isn't it?
Yeah, she knows this picture, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Good girl. She
Good.
went all day long there.
Her grips are very different to look at as well. They shouldn't feel
She's
different.
deep now.
Yeah. Interesting. Good girl. Good. Yeah. Fast. 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 Yes. Good. Good. Yes. Good.
Oh, she's coming out.
Fast.
Tap me up. Slap me up.
Fast. Fast. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Good. Good
Okay,
girl.
take her off.
Good. Good girl.
Actually, just step back from her there a sec. Just let her just chill.
Good.
Oh!
Yes, good. Fast. Yes.
Okay, take her up.
Good girl.
Fucking heavy bastard.
Good boy.
He wants to go that way, let him fucking turn that way.
Oh, yeah. Good boy.
Oh, yeah.
Fast. Fast. Good boy, Flaky. Good man. Good boy. That's good. That's my boy. Good boy. Fast. Good. Good lad. Fast. Good. Fast. Fast. Yes. Fast. Yes.
My face.
Good boy. Fast. Yes.
Right, you set this for that. Step over him.
Good boy. Good boy.
Tap him up, man.
Good boy. Fast. Good boy. Yes, good boy. Fast. Fast. Yes. Fast. Yes. His fitness has been on there.
It's alright, just keep holding him.
Fast. There we go. Good boy. Good boy.
Good.
Yes, good lad. Good boy. Good boy.
Make sure you got that line.
Good boy, fast. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Fast. Good boy. Fast. Good boy. Good boy, fast. Yes. Good boy. Gorilla-ish. Barking on the bike. Good boy, Flaky. Good. Fast. Yes. Good boy. Fast. Good boy.
The first one sounds like he copied the exact sound you made.
Good boy.
Take me in the dark now.
Good boy. Good boy, Flak. And grips. Good lad. Good boy. Good boy, Flak. Fast. Oh, yes, good boy.
That was a real one.
Yeah, good boy. Yes, good boy. Fast. Good boy. Good boy.
Why?
Good boy.
Good boy. Yeah. Try to anchor yourself in a bit
Good
now.
boy. Yes.
Oh.
Fast. Yes. Good boy. Fast. Good boy.
That was also real.
Good boy.
Good boy. Got a bit of opposition request, man.
Nah, you're alright, mate. You don't need to do anything with him. He's fucking pushing me.
Good boy.
I can't go any further now.
Good boy. Fast.
Okay, mate, come in.
Fast.
Come in, he's tiring. Raise him up, that's there.
Good
Calm him
boy.
down. Calm him down every time he pushes.
Yes.
Okay.
Good boy. Fast. Yes.
Oh, good boy. Okay, when you're ready, take him out.
Good boy.
Fucking face it out. Doing well. I'm so... You got it. Watch my hand and face, mate.
Good boy. Do you want to stand up?
No.
Do you not?
No, I can beat him.
I'm gonna not record this bit.
Loss. Loss.
That's it. Take him out.
Good boy. Right, so I haven't been filming for a few days now. I have no good excuse why. I've started making these vlogs. I think they're going to be weekly instead of every day, because basically I spend a lot of time training clients and don't want to film more, and I spend a lot of time currently in the office working on British Institute of Canine Science, which is boring as fuck if you're watching the vlogs. So you've just seen all the Wales stuff. We went down to Wales for 2 days of training. I ended up being there 3 days. We had a vet issue. Very long story. In fact, I'll give you it in brief. We trained. After the last video you saw, I went to set off home, and all of Flak's back end, where his hotspot was wet, and there was blood in his cage, and I was like, fuck, we need to do something about this now, because this is just not healing properly. Anyway, we finally found a vet that was willing to inject him if he was held in the box. So JC went to the back of his box, held his head against it. They injected him. They put ketamine in him, morphine in him, methadone in him, Sedatron in him. Basically everything they could give him to put him under, and he wouldn't go under. So basically what we're trying to do was shave it. So sedate him and shave it. We couldn't do that. So I set off back home that night about midnight. It was like a 5-hour drive. I got to Woodall Services, so a couple of hours from home. Far too pissed off with the whole situation, far too tired. Sat and watched some Big Bang in my van, got my head down with the dogs. I got the next morning, after it all dried off, wiped the blood out of his cage, got him out, started having a look at it, nothing really bad. Started looking more, nothing. Started looking again, nothing. I think it's healed, or very, very, very close to healed. There's a couple of bits of scabs that are still attached, but I'm talking tiny, tiny. So I think the blood came from him being, he's chewed a bit of scab off and there was some wet blood inside that scab, or came off with that scab. So, for all intents and purposes, it's healed, so that was a waste of lots of money. And a massive headache for all of us. Came back, then I had a full day session in after that. Titch, who's a Cypriot street dog who now lives in Britain. She was rescued by a British family while they were living over there. Terrified of the world, lots of counter conditioning, lots of work on her confidence. And then yesterday I had a full day in with Harley and Zara, 2 Dobermans. Harley was very dog reactive through too much intensity, too much excitement, too young Doberman, don't know how to deal with it. Harley was anxious, unsure, fear reactive, so we dealt with that. They'll be back in about a month, I would say. I think they might be booked in actually for a month's time. And then today is now Sunday, the day that this went up. I'm going to go to the field soon with my dogs. We're going to do some training. Just going to have a bit of a blowout with them. They've had a good week this week. But they didn't get out yesterday and they didn't get out the day before for proper training. They were out with my clients, you know, working with them, but not proper go to the field and get some work done. So we're going to go and do that. And then I'll wrap the vlog up later on with anything that I've got to tell you. Oh, I'm also writing this. This is going to be a memoir. I'm trying to read this backwards. A memoir of canine training and behaviour modification. 50 case studies. So basically what I'm going to do is take 50 interesting sessions that I do. I don't know how long it'll take. Maybe it'll take 20 days, maybe they'll all be interesting. Maybe it'll take 100 days, 'cause maybe there'll only be one every other day. Maybe it'll take 2 years, I really don't know. Flak, dude! Itching. Flexing! Too noisy. Maybe it'll take 2 years, because maybe only one every 2 weeks will be interesting enough to make it. So, come on, use it. Get out. Get out. Khaleesi fan. So, I'm working on that at the moment. I need to write a paper, maybe today, called about the Sigma method, about teaching dogs not to pull on the lead, ILT. But we're going to go to the field soon, so I'll try and get some footage up there. I'll film something. Right, I'm up at the field, but I completely forgot to bring my tripod. Actually, that's a mild lie. I thought it was in the car. Yeah, I thought it was in the car, but evidently it's not. So, no obedience videos. I'm just running Khaleesi. She's here. Hi, Khaleesi. Yeah, so no obedience videos, I'm afraid, guys. Sorry. Khaleesi's about done. We've done some obedience. We've done some ball work. 6 days until we trial now. 6 days till we step back on the competition field, Khaleesi, for the 3rd time this year. So just easy week ahead. Keep her fit. Keep her healthy. Keep her uninjured. And we'll go and play down in London. Flak needs to come out next. He's also stepping on the competition field very shortly. So I am now gonna finish running her, go and get him out, and then head back home to the office.